I would like to, and I would like Mike to wait a minute or two because I'd like to talk about a new feature of Zoom that I think is of interest to our membership. So I wanted to officially start the meeting and thank all of you for joining. And I particularly, I'm very grateful to Dale to being the presenter today. Looking forward to an outstanding presentation. But the reason why I sort of start the meeting myself rather than asking Mike to do it, uh, we all have worked with Zoom for a long time. And I particularly have an old interest. I started using Zoom 6 years ago before it was known to talk to my international family once a month. And I was aware of it. And when the pandemic hit us, we were able at Naples MacFriends to continue our meetings immediately without meeting a beat using Zoom. And it had worked out wonderfully. Our snowbirds were able to participate in our meetings throughout the year. We expanded our membership and so forth. Now, there's one thing, and I would like to turn it on. Zoom just had an update a few weeks. Well, they have updates all the time. The latest one is 6.0, and it's now called not just Zoom, but Zoom Workplace. But that's not why I'm talking to you. Has been a feature around now within Zoom that's called the AI Companion. And what the AI Companion does when you turn it on, it summarizes meetings. And after a meeting is done, it will send me an email with a summary of everything that has been discussed. And that is pretty accurate. It sometimes needs a little bit of an edit, but it is helpful to keep it on file so that when you refer to a particular date in a particular meeting, you can quickly see what was discussed at that meeting. Now, but they have an additional feature, and that is that during a meeting, it allows participants to ask questions. And for example, if a participant to a meeting like today joins the meeting a little bit late, like 15 minutes late, and would like to know what has been discussed during these 15 minutes, that participant could click on this AI companion feature and ask, catch me up. And the AI assistant will, for that particular member, create a paragraph or two and report to what has been discussed. And I thought this should be very helpful for our members because some of them are late, or even if they couldn't pay attention to it, got interrupted for something, they could use this feature to do some catch up very quickly and I think pretty accurately. So I just wanted to bring this particular feature. It's part of the AI companion to your attention, and please use it. And if you do run into problems, you can kindly mention them in chat because all these features, as accurate as they try to be, they sometimes have little problems. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. Thank you very much. And Mike, it's all yours now. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Eckhart. I will just share my screen. And bid you a very warm welcome to this meeting on April the 24th, 2024. I'm very excited to hear what Dale's got to say today. So I'm the Brit and Dan, because it's raining in Ipswich, as usual, because that's what it does here. You all know me by now, but I'm a member of the NMUG board and also a busy theatre photographer. Sheeta is with us today and will be acting as moderator through the session. And Sheeta, was there anything that you'd like to say before we move on?
Just good day, everyone. Thank you for joining us, and I hope everyone is well. That's it.
Eckhart, I imagine you've probably said everything that you wanted to say, but was there anything?
Yes, I did. No, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. A couple of announcements before we go on. As usual, and first of all, a reminder that absolutely everything that is important and to do with NMUG can be found on the NMUG website. And as in previous weeks, I've already set up a new thread for today's meeting. So if you have any questions following today's meeting or any discussion that you'd like to add to today's meeting, you'll find a thread simply called Shortcuts 101 with the date. And if you kindly pop your questions there, that would be great. And announcements. First of all, I mentioned this last week, but we at last have some beginners sessions planned. They'll be presented by Dan Wassink, fabulous presenter, free to all members, so you don't need to register or anything to take part in these sessions. And as you see, they'll be running on Saturday morning, June the 15th, and Saturday morning, June the 22nd. They'll last around 2 hours with lots of time for questions if you'd like to take part. Now, importantly, this is the time to tell any friends or relatives who are new to the Mac, whether it be Mac OS or iPad OS. This is a really good time to join our organization. So as well as getting 42 meetings through the next 12 months, they can, of course, then jump on board and enjoy our beginners sessions. We've had a couple of three emails this week, actually, from people very confused because they wanted to recommend us to their friends, but couldn't find any way of signing up on our website. That is because, just in case you need to know this, that is because Dan's website is dynamic. And what that means is that if you're a signed in member, you don't see exactly the same content as you see if you're not signed in and visiting the site as a guest. And I've taken a couple of screenshots just to show you. I signed out in order to record these. So this is the home page, and you can see at the bottom of the screen, and I've circled it in red, there's a sign up today button. So that's where you need to send your friends and family. And when you click on that button, that will take you to this page, at the bottom of which there's a choice of either setting up an annual payment of $30 or just a one-off payment of $30. So it's easy peasy. Next week's topic is email browsers and scams. And Christian Boyce is back with us, which is fantastic. Absolutely splendid, first-rate speaker. And I look forward very much to that. And today, it just remains for me to introduce Dale. And it's good to see you with us, Dale. And thank you very much indeed for this presentation. And I will just stop my share so that you can take over. Thank you.
I have a question for Dale before he starts.
Sure, go ahead.
Dale, what did you send me? I
I sent
see.
you two PDFs in two different emails.
All right, I only have one,
Right. The other
and
one's
it's
pretty big.
two of
So,
two.
yeah.
So the first two of two is, what is this supposed to be? Which one am I allowed to hand out, or both of them?
You can hand out both of them when you get the other one. Or
Okay.
anytime.
All right. All right. Thank you. All right.
Sure.
All yours. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Dale.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And I will get started. So, welcome. We're going to talk about Apple shortcuts today, and I'm going to give examples of handy shortcuts that can make your life a little bit easier. This is going to be more of a shallow dive, if you will. I'm not going to go in depth and make you an expert on shortcuts and be able to fluently go through everything anytime you want. It's really why people use shortcuts, and hopefully stir up some interest from you that you'll want to get into them and check them out. So before we start, he said, Dale Stephan. I'm a retired engineer who spent 40 years in the automotive industry. I lived in Michigan with my wife of over 40 years, and I enjoy playing with technology, riding e-bikes, travel, reading, and giving back. So that's why I'm doing this presentation. So let's get started. Let me ask you a few questions. The tasks that should be simple and quick end up being a hassle. Is there something you want to do that is such a pain that you don't even bother? And do you ever wish you could just have your phone do 99% of your work for you? So if you answered yes to any of these questions, then Shortcuts may be for you. Shortcuts is a powerful automation application for iPhone, iPad, and Mac that allows you to create custom actions to perform tasks more efficiently. With Shortcuts, you can streamline complex sequences of tasks into single actions that can be executed with just a tap or voice command via Siri. My goal today is to provide an overview of Apple shortcuts, demonstrate some helpful examples, and basically show you how to get started. So what are Apple shortcuts? The definition is shortcuts are a system-level feature that allows us to automate or simplify our day-to-day repetitive tasks. So one of the key words there is it's a system-level feature. It's more than just an app. It talks to other apps, and all that's done through the system. Key features: creating personalized workflows. Second one is integration with many Apple and some third-party apps, and more are coming. Works across all your devices, your Mac, your iPhone, your iPad, and the watch. And it includes voice command capabilities, both for communicating with the app, shortcuts, and also initiating them. So again, our time savings. Shortcuts can save you time by automating repetitive tasks and simplifying complex actions. For example, you can record your blood pressure or weight into your health app with only using a single button and your voice. Then you can share your blood pressure and weight with your doctor so she can see any trends you have over time. So the health app combined with the shortcuts provides your doctor with a nice automatically generated chart over time of how your blood pressure and your weight have been stabilized or not stabilized. Increasing productivity. Using a shortcut can boost your productivity by streamlining workflows and doing data cleanup that you wouldn't even want to attempt manually.